In the second step of the no matter what system, what I call get a tattoo, it opens up pathways for action that you literally cannot see prior. And just to be clear, I'm not suggesting you get a real tattoo. This is about committing in ways where there's no going back. This is Denny Marie Post. She was CEO of a short order burger chain called Red Robin several years back. Do many of you know Red Robin? Many of you? Are they here in Florida? Oh, very cool. So maybe you know this. So several years back, they were conducting interviews at Red Robin, and they found out that all of their customers wouldn't recommend the food to their friends, wouldn't recommend it to their family, wouldn't recommend it to anybody. This is a big problem, yes? For anybody in any industry, that consumer perception can be devastating. But she did what many of us would do when we're faced with a problem. She called her team together, and they started to brainstorm some ideas of, well, what can they do? What could work? And I imagine they had some good ideas, but here's where the breakthrough came. She said, if we can triple the positivity of our customer response rate, in the next 3 months, I'll get a tattoo of our logo right here on my arm. This is their logo. How do you explain that away on your next Zoom meeting? But what that did, that level of commitment, it unleashed her and her team to not just work more and harder, but to work differently, more creatively, more expansively. And once you know it, they hit the goal in less time than she gave. Of course, she got the tattoo. So Tom, I'm kidding. It's not just for presidents or CEOs. We can all take this on. And again, Denny Marie Post could have explained away those survey responses with all the data and research in the world. She could have said, well, it's going to take years and all this budget and all this new technology, but she didn't. She committed with something on the line, and she got the results that she and everybody else were looking for. There's a reason that this works, and I think this is important, at least it was for me. There's a mechanism in our brain called the reticular activating system, RAS, or RAS for short. And it operates like a bouncer between your conscious and unconscious or subconscious mind. Of everything that you're seeing and smelling and taking in with your unconscious, it's surfacing to your conscious mind, hey, here's what's important to me. It's why you can hear your name called out in a crowded conference space, for example. Or I just moved from Los Angeles to Denver a couple of years ago, and I realized the sedan that I had in LA was severely underrated when it got to the snow of Colorado. So I get this SUV, and once you know, as soon as I buy that SUV, I see it everywhere. Has that ever happened to you? That's the RAS, right? You unconsciously told yourself that, hey, this is important. I'm looking for those things. Now, before you make a commitment, not a maybe commitment, a real commitment, that RAS is auto-tuned for survival. It's looking back into the past saying, well, don't do that. That's dangerous. You might look bad. You might fail. That might be embarrassing. Don't do any of those things. But after you commit, you get that tattoo in a way where there's no going back. It reframes your unconscious, literally reframes your unconscious to look for new openings to action that literally cannot be seen prior. Now here's the key. Many groups like this that I talk to, everybody wants to promise what they already know they can do. And do that. I'm not suggesting you don't do that. But there's really no growth there. For this system to work, for that RAS to kick into action, well, your commitments have to be bigger than your discomfort. And just like Denny Marie, you'll see new pathways, actions, and results that can actually be surprising.